But if Yahweh does a strange thing, and the ground has opened her mouth and swallowed them.
Today's reading from the Old Testament, Numbers chapter 15, verse 31 through chapter 16, verse 35. Because he despised the word of Yahweh and has broken his command, that person is certainly cut off. His iniquity is on him. And the sons of Israel are in the wilderness, and they find a man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. And those finding him gathering wood bring him near to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation. And they place him in confinement, for it is not explained what is to be done to him. And Yahweh says to Moses, "The man is certainly put to death by all the congregation stoning him with stones at the outside of the camp." And all the congregation brings him out to the outside of the camp and stone him with stones, and he dies, as Yahweh has commanded Moses. And Yahweh speaks to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel, and you have commanded to them, and they have made fringes on the skirts of their garments for themselves throughout their generations, and they have put a ribbon of blue on the fringe of the skirt. And it has been to you for a fringe, and you have seen it, and have remembered all the commands of Yahweh, and have done them, and you do not search after your heart and after your eyes, after which you are going whoring. So that you remember and have done all my commands, and you have been holy to your God. I am your God Yahweh, who has brought you out from the land of Egypt to become your God. I am your God Yahweh." And Korah, son of Izhar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, takes both Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab, and On, sons of Peleth, sons of Reuben. And they rise up before Moses with men of the sons of Israel, 250 princes of the congregation, called of the convention, men of renown. And they are assembled against Moses and against Aaron, and say to them, "Enough of you, for all the congregation, all of them are holy, and Yahweh is in their midst. And why do you lift yourselves up above the assembly of Yahweh?" And Moses hears and falls on his face. And he speaks to Korah and to all his congregation, saying, "Indeed, in the morning Yahweh may cause you to know those who are his, and him who is holy, and has brought him near to him, even him whom he fixes on he brings near to him. Do this, take censers for yourselves, Korah, and all his company, and put fire in them, and put incense on them before Yahweh tomorrow. And it has been, the man whom Yahweh chooses, he is the Holy One. Enough of you, sons of Levi." And Moses says to Korah, "Now hear, sons of Levi, is it little to you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the dwelling place of Yahweh, and to stand before the congregation to serve them? Indeed, he brings you near, and all your brothers, the sons of Levi, with you, and you have also sought the priesthood. Therefore you and all your congregation are meeting against Yahweh, and Aaron. What is he that you murmur against him?" And Moses sends to call for Dathan and for Abiram, sons of Eliab, and they say, "We do not come up. Is it little that you know that you have brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to put us to death in a wilderness, that you also certainly make yourself prince over us? Indeed, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, nor do you give an inheritance of field and vineyard to us. Do you pick out the eyes of these men? We do not come up." And it is very displeasing to Moses, and he says to Yahweh, "Do not turn to their present. I have not taken one donkey from them, nor have I afflicted one of them." And Moses says to Korah, "You and all your congregation be present before Yahweh, you and they and Aaron tomorrow. And let each take his censer, and you have put incense on them, and each has brought his censer near before Yahweh, 250 censers indeed, you and Aaron, each with his censer. And they each take his censer and put fire on them and lay incense on them, and they stand at the opening of the tent of meeting with Moses and Aaron. And Korah assembles all the congregation against them at the opening of the tent of meeting, and the glory of Yahweh is seen by all the congregation. And Yahweh speaks to Moses and Aaron, saying, "Be separated from the midst of this congregation, and I consume them in a moment." And they fall on their faces and say, God of the spirits of all flesh, one man sins, and you are angry against all the congregation? And Yahweh speaks to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation, saying, Go up from around the dwelling place of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses rises and goes to Dathan and Abiram, and the elderly of Israel go after him. And he speaks to the congregation, saying, Now turn aside from the tents of these wicked men, and do not come against anything that they have, lest you are consumed in all their sins. And they go up from the dwelling place of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram from all around, and Dathan and Abiram have come out, standing at the opening of their tents, with their wives and their sons and their infants. And Moses says, By this you know that Yahweh has sent me to do all these works, that they are not from my own heart. If these die according to the death of all men, or the charge of all men is charged on them, Yahweh has not sent me. But if Yahweh does a strange thing, and the ground has opened her mouth and swallowed them and all that they have, and they have gone down alive to Sheol, then you have known that these men have despised Yahweh. And it comes to pass at his finishing speaking all these words, that the ground which is under them cleaves, and the earth opens her mouth and swallows them and their houses, and all the men who are for Korah, and all the goods. And they go down, they and all that they have, alive to Sheol, and the earth closes over them, and they perish from the midst of the assembly. And all Israel who are round them have fled at their voice, for they said, Lest the earth swallow us. And fire has come out from Yahweh and consumes the 250 men bringing the incense near. Today's reading from the New Testament, Mark chapter 16, verse 12, through Luke chapter 1, verse 12. And after these things to two of them, as they are going into a field walking, he appeared in another form. And they having gone told it to the rest, not even them did they believe. Afterward, as they are reclining, he appeared to the 11, and reproached their unbelief and stiffness of heart, because they did not believe those having seen him being raised. And he said to them, Having gone into all the world, proclaim the good news to all the creation. He who has believed and has been immersed will be saved, and he who has not believed will be condemned. And signs will accompany those believing these things. They will cast out demons in my name. They will speak with new tongues. They will take up serpents, and if they may drink any deadly thing, it will not hurt them. They will lay hands on the ailing, and they will be well. The Lord then, indeed, after speaking to them, was received up to heaven, and sat on the right hand of God. And they, having gone forth, preached everywhere, the Lord working with them, and confirming the word through the signs following. Amen. Seeing that many took in hand to set in order a narration of the matters that have been fully assured among us, as they deliver to us, who from the beginning became eyewitnesses and officers of the word, it seemed good also to me, having followed from the first after all these things exactly, to write to you in order, most noble Theophilus, that you may know the certainty of the things wherein you were instructed. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest by name Zacharias, of the division of Abijah, and his wife of the daughters of Aaron, and her name Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, going on in all the commands and righteousness of the Lord blameless. And they had no child, because that Elizabeth was barren, and both were advanced in their days. And it came to pass, in his acting as priest, in the order of his division before God, according to the custom of his priesthood, his lot was to make incense, having gone into the temple of the Lord. And all the multitude of the people were praying outside at the hour of the incense. And there appeared to him a messenger of the Lord, standing on the right side of the altar of the incense. And Zacharias, having seen, was troubled, and fear fell on him. For today's reading from the Psalms, chapter 37, verses 22 through 28. For his blessed ones possess the land, and his reviled ones are cut off. The steps of a man are from Yahweh, they have been prepared, and he desires his way. When he falls, he is not cast down, for Yahweh is sustaining his hand. I have been young, I have also become old, and I have not seen the righteous forsaken, and his seed seeking bread. All the day he is gracious and lending, and his seed is for a blessing. Turn aside from evil and do good, and dwell for all time. For Yahweh is loving judgment, and he does not forsake his saintly ones. They have been kept for all time, and the seed of the wicked is cut off. Today's reading from the Proverbs chapter 7, verses 19 through 20. For the man is not in his house, he has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money in his hand. At the day of the new moon, he comes to his house.
And reproached their unbelief and stiffness of heart, because they did not believe those having seen him being raised. Having gone into all the world, proclaim the good news to all the creation. Turn aside from evil and do good. They have been kept for all time. For the man is not in his house, he has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money in his hand. At the day of the new moon he comes to his house.